Hi everybody, welcome back or to my channel. As you guys can tell from the title, today I will be doing this Halloween look right here. It is a crossover between a sunflower and a scarecrow, so if you guys want to see how I get this look, then just keep on watching. Now to start off, I took off all of my product off of my eyebrow, and to make the hair stay down, I put Elmer stick glue. And then to set it, I actually put translucent setting powder and concealer on top of them just to make them lighter. Now going in with this shade from the 39A Dare to Create palette, I am just placing that all over my crease. And don't worry, it's not going to be perfect because I will be going in with other shades later and doing the blending after. Whatever you do to one eye, you are going to obviously do it to the other. And you will see later on how we do things a little bit differently, but as far as the makeup goes, it will be the same. Now going in with this brown shade from the same palette, I am just placing that all over my eyelid underneath my crease on both eyes. Next, you're going to want to go in with a matte black. I'm using the matte black that came in this palette because it is a great shade and it works really well. So I am just picking up that black and placing it into my crease as well as on the outer half portion of my eyelid and just blending it out. And I am actually fast forwarding a lot of the clips because I don't want you guys to be sitting here for an hour watching me explain to you guys step by step. If you guys need to go back, then you guys can always do that. But I actually want to make this video as short as I can. So next I'm going to go in with this bronze NYX glitter and the NYX glitter primer and place that on about 3/4 of my eyelid. And then next I'm just going to go in with my favorite matte liquid liner, and that is from NYX. And I am just going to draw a simple liner along my lashes. Now going in with the CC Beauty 12 Flash Color Palette, I am going in with the color Yellow. And I will leave this palette link down in my description box below. It is just a great face paint palette, and no, it's not waterproof, but I think this palette is just really great for Halloween looks. The colors are very pigmented and I seen that it worked really well. I am just outlining the flower petals that I am going to be doing, and don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect because you are going to see that I am going to be going back in and adjusting the flower petals. But then now also you see me now, I'm just filling all the petals in with the same yellow. So once you are done filling in the petals, what I did was I mixed a little bit of yellow and red and created an orange that I liked. And now I am just filling the bottom portions of the flower petals. I don't know if that makes any sense, but you guys can see exactly what I am doing. And like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect because you will be blending a lot. And since this was my first time actually doing this, it kind of took a little trial and error as learning what worked and what didn't. So the next you guys are going to see that I went in with the mask shade, the brown shade from the 39A Dare to Create palette, just to create a little bit of brown shadow and definition underneath the petals. It wasn't really showing up as much, so then I decided to go in with that brown shade from the CC Beauty palette, and that worked a lot better because it was showing up a lot more. And I am just trying to create the bottom of the petals as to where they are linked to the middle. Like I said, I don't know if I make any sense, but you guys can clearly see what I'm doing, so I'm sorry about that. But then now I am also like bringing out the brown to in between the middle of the flower petals. And then now I'm just going in with that black color from the Flash color palette, and I am just outlining the petals. And remember, you don't need a lot. Start off with a little bit because a little goes a long way, especially with this palette. It is very pigmented. So now I'm just going to be going in with a pencil fluffier brush and really blending out that orange and brown at the center, just making everything look well blended. And now I am also going back in with another brush, adding a little bit more black and brown, just to make sure everything looks like it has a shadow effect, blending a little bit more. Now going back in with the Morphe palette, I am going in with the shade Cat Eye on a angled fluffy brush, and I am just creating some more shadow effects to the flower petals. Now going in with the NYX white liquid liner, I am actually using it to create the little lines on the flowers. And I don't know what it actually is, but it makes it look more realistic and it gives it more dimension. Now going back in with the paint palette, I am actually going to be mixing the shade Leaf Green and Black just to create a darker green, because to me this green was a little bit too light and I wanted it a little bit darker. And I am just creating the leaves around the flower. You can create as many as you want and you can go with any style that you like. This was just easier for me and for my face shape and the way I placed the flower. I thought that the forehead and my cheek would be the perfect spot to put them. And now I'm going to go in back with the black shade and actually outline the petals a little bit darker, since when I put the green leaves, it did kind of take away some of that shadow effect. So I am just re-outlining them and creating a little bit more shadow effect to them. And then going back in with the white NYX liquid liner, now I'm creating the lines on the leaf. So now going back in with the Cat Eye shade from the Morphe palette, I am actually going to be blending that all around my eye, blending it into the flower petals. And also smoking out my lower lash line from my other eye. I will also be applying some black pencil liner to my water lines and applying one coat of mascara to my top lashes as well as to my bottom. So now going back in with the brown color from the paint palette, I am now giving the leaves some shadow effects as well. And then also going in with the black just to outline the leaves. And now for lipstick, I'm actually going to be using my Wet n Wild Video Vixen Liquid Catsuit. I would suggest going in with a brighter red at the center of your lips, and you guys will see in a minute why I would suggest that. And now I'm just going to pop on some lashes from Lash Love. And now going in with this bronzer from the 5-color face palette from Profusion. I am actually just bronzing up my cheek that I didn't put the flower on. And then from that same palette, I am just picking up the blush shade and putting a little bit of blush. And then now I'll be mixing these two for my highlighter. And now the last part for the mouth, I am actually drawing on my stitches with the black paint from that paint palette. And I am also adding some of that black to the center of my lips. So there you guys have it. This is the finished and completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'm sorry it could have been a little bit better, and I was going to re-record it and make it a lot better. But since this was my first time actually doing this look, this was the best that I can do. And I don't really have a lot of time to film it again, so I am just uploading my first version. Like I said, it does take a lot of trial and error, so do what works best for you. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video.